save the world.
Thank you, Terry.
Yeah, Terry.
Let's take a break from Terry, guys, and let's switch to, we have been joined by the chairman of Belize Bandfest, Dr. Rene Villanueva Sr., who has his own comments that he would want to make, not only in relation to the incident that happened, but in relation to 2015 Belize Bandfest. Mr. Villanueva, good morning.
Well,
thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Carmen. And I'd like to start off by going to the very beginning of Bandfest. And well, let me first of all take off from where Terry left off. I have been a master ceremonist myself, and I've been a master ceremonist for I can't remember how many years, maybe a bit longer than Terry. And I know that mistakes like the one he made are very possible to be made. You can make them very easily because you are there. The tension, the moment, you know, and one slip of the tongue. And you're gone. And then it is you can understand that to try and make up, you don't exactly know what to say to make up. And sometimes, like in this particular case, we say the wrong things, right? But we are just human beings, and human beings are prone to make mistakes. And so when we make a mistake, we apologize and we move on. And that is exactly what is taking place here. We apologize for the mistake. We apologize to the Benke band. As chairman, I offer a public apology for what happened, right? Because really it should not have happened, but it happened. But like I said, we are human beings. We are weak, and we have our faults, right? And it's easy in the heat of the moment, like I said, to make such a mistake. And I can say that as an experienced master of ceremonies, perhaps with even more years than Terry,
Much
right?
more.
That is possible. Right now, let's we don't want that to spoil a Bandfest as an event such as Belize Bandfest. Belize Bandfest has come a long way, and I want to start off by paying tribute to His Excellency the Governor General Sir Colville. Sir Colville is really the spirit that pushes Bandfest. Sir Colville, I can remember 10 years, well, actually about 20-something years ago, I think I might have still been at the Broadcasting Corporation of Belize, when Sir Colville got a group of us together and expressed his great dream of having a band fest where marching bands would once again be revived, but at this time at the school level, and our young people would display their talents, would learn to play instruments and display their talents. We had a meeting at the then, and this is a little historical fact, we had a meeting at the then Bellevue Hotel, where Sir Colville got a group together and he expressed his dream. But, well, I was not the chair, obviously, and but it did not work out, you know, and for years that whole idea remained dormant. And we were managing Carnival, I guess you may recall that at one time we were managing the Belize Carnival, and decided, okay, let's, after 5 years, okay, that's enough, a good enough experience, let's move into something that is more productive for young people, that will more serve our young people, that will bring up our young people. And of course, that was the dream that Sir Colville, because Sir Colville and I get along very well, and the dream that that he had of this Bandfest. I spoke with him and told him we're going to revive your dream. And so we started our Bandfest 10 years ago. And I can remember that we brought in my sister's marching band from Honduras, and my sister was the principal of Instituto Betel. And through her, that connection, we managed to bring in the Banda del Instituto Betel. One of the things I always remember is the Governor General sitting at one of the Youth for the Future buildings on the veranda, I think we were, when the parade was passing. And he kept writing these little notes and slipping them to me, you know. This is what you know, he kept slipping me these notes. I kept the notes, and the following year, we were doing much better, right? I can remember we did not even have one of the quad drums in the parade. As a matter of fact, And one of the things that I always remember is that because it was something new, the Belize flag, for example, was not even there in front of the marching bands. The following year, every marching band had a Belize flag. You know, so those are things that we kept improving on, and we have kept over the years doing our best to bring in bands from around the region, because we really want to bring in somebody from Taiwan or from the United States or somewhere, but those are expensive ventures, but we kept bringing in bands to encourage our youth, because this is about our children. This is not about us, right? We are facilitators, and that's the way I choose to see it. We are facilitators. We are facilitating an event. We are organizing and facilitating an event for our children and for the people of Belize. And there are dreams that we all have when it comes to Bandfest. From the beginning, we have dreamt of a Bandfest with zone eliminations, with bands from all over the country taking place, and a whole flowering of musical talents of our youth. And so we want to head in that direction. And going back to the mistake, of course there'll be mistakes. Of course, who does not make a mistake? If you show me somebody who has not made a mistake, then I will show you somebody who is not living. I will tell you that person is not living. That's the only way you don't make mistakes. We grow from our mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. And so, because a mistake is made, doesn't mean that that's the end of an event like Bandfest. Bandfest is much bigger than that. It's about our children, our future, right? And so music and the discipline that is brought along with Bandfest, the discipline that you hear the children practicing, you see them, you see the smiles on their face. I look at the performance. I sat there next to the Governor General looking at the performance, and we were commenting how beautiful this is. The dream is a reality. Here it is. Our children are playing music. Our bands, the bands that have been formed since the beginning of Bandfest, have gone on to win competitions in Honduras, in Guatemala. They have been to Mexico. You know, they have represented, they have become ambassadors of our country. Look at the quality of our bands. You know, they could stand up to any band anywhere in the world. You take a drum corps from Belize and send it somewhere, it will hold its own. You take one of the wind instruments marching bands, any one of them, you know, and send them abroad, they would hold their own, you know. That was not the case 10 years ago, right? So we are proud to say that Bandfest has come a long way in bringing our children forward and bringing out that music, that talent that they have, and allowing them an avenue to display the talent. Because if you could have the talent, but if you don't have the avenue and the way to display the talent that you have, then where are we, right? So we are proud here to be the facilitators, to be able to allow and to create this avenue for our children to express themselves. And I'd like to call on the entire country of Belize to continue supporting Belize Bandfest, because we can't make one little mistake overshadow the work that has gone into all of this.
Well, Chief,
not only on our part.
I don't want to downplay it, because we don't want people to say, why is he calling it a little mistake?
Well,
I know.
Well, one mistake. I'm not downplaying it, Terry. I think it was just a figure of speech.
I know, Chief.
Right? Of course, we know it hurt the children in Benkieville to come in. I felt the pain. I was standing there. I felt the pain, and I apologized immediately to the leader of the band.
So did I.
Because I felt that pain, right? And you feel that pain because you saw the joy on the children's face as they ran forward, only to find out that it was not so, right? Yes, you made a wrong call by making light of it, of that serious situation, and you made a wrong call there. And that was, as an MC, that's totally a no-no and a wrong. You don't make light of a situation. You don't joke about a situation like that. And if it takes me to say that to you publicly, well, I will tell you that publicly.
But you did it there.
And I did it at the Bandfest. That you don't make light of a situation like that, right?
And I have said that too, Chief.
You know?
I have said that. They say hindsight is 20/20 vision, Chief, and obviously if I had to do it all over again, that is not the way I would do it. But on the spur of the moment, the first thing that came to my mind was that was what I opted to do, and it was a wrong judgment call on my part.
So
And I'm the first to